And if you are following us on YouTube, try to subscribe so that you get wonderful contents like this. We still have more contents, and so you can be notified when such content come your way. Now, a number base, I know some of you must have been asking and waiting for this. One of the persons in the comment section was waiting for a topic like this, and then this is a topic on number based system. Primarily for those of you who have been in secondary school, your teachers will only tell you about binary numbers, decimal numbers, numbers in octal, which is base 8, and possibly denary, which is your base 10 number. But today I'll be opening you up to different names for other bases in number based system. So if you look carefully here, you can see the name. So just on your own, personally, later you go and study this. We have base 1 to be known as unary. We have base 2 as binary, base 3 ternary, base 4 quaternary, base 5 quinary, base 6 is ternary, base 7 is septenary, base 8 is known as octal, base 9 is nonary. So please, if you look carefully, there's an assignment question there. Please check out, and if possible, as many as you can drop in the comment section, no problem. I know it may be very large, from 22 to 50. Find out the names for base 22 to base 50. You'll find out the name and drop it in the comment section, and we'll look into it as well. So that's your assignment. Well, if you go through what we have here, we have from base 60 to 360. So that is it. So with this, you can know how to, for example, base 16 is known as hexadecimal, and so on and so forth. We have all here. So today we'll be looking at addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division in number based system. So we'll be looking at addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division in number based system. We're going to be evaluating these questions here, and I will encourage you. You have your writing material, so pick up your writing material. We're going to be teaching you how to add numbers in number based system, how to subtract, how to multiply, and do division work in number based system. It's as simple as you can take it. Just simple. It's not hard. Just follow us. You see how simple it is to evaluate questions. Please subscribe so that when we post wonderful content like this, you can be notified. Try to subscribe, then follow us on Facebook, Exam Focus Tutorial. Okay, let's start going now. Let's work on this. Let's start with addition. We are asked to add 564 together with 325. Now, if you were to ask, is there no base there? There is a base. I'm going to be showing you something. 564 is under base 10. So anytime you see a value without any base indicated, just know that that value is carrying an imaginary base, which is the original base of every whole number, which is base 10. That's the original base of all real numbers, all natural numbers. And the natural base is, the natural original base is base 10. So 564 has an imaginary base called base 10. What we are trying to say, if you look carefully here, there's supposed to be 10 here and 10 here. So don't be surprised. We didn't indicate it because it's an imaginary 10. So we're going to look at it carefully. We'll solve one after the other. So you look at it, we have subtraction, we have multiplication, and division. So let's get started with addition. We want to add 564 to 325. Okay, look carefully. We want to add 564 to 325. So like I said, if you take note, if you're watching me, you have been following, we said 564 is carrying an imaginary base called 10. Then 325 is also carrying what? An imaginary base called base 10. So behind the scene, or behind these values, we have imaginary, meaning that there are values that are hidden behind this you cannot see with your physical eyes, and that is base 10. So this value you see here, so when you were in primary school, your teachers will not tell you this, that the reason why you do addition, your normal addition in primary school, that each value has an imaginary base. Let's put that base, we call it base 10. So take note. So it's carrying an imaginary 10. So that is the reason why when you add two values, look at what will happen here. Let's do some work critically. So 4 plus 5 will give us 9. The reason why we write down our 9 and not carry anything is because 9 is not up to our base. So you write 9. 6 plus 2 is 8. 8 is not up to our base, so write 8. 5 plus 3 is 8. So it's not up to our base 10, which is 8. So this is our answer. This is our answer. Let's go to question number 2 now. Quickly look carefully. You see the reason why we were discussing about the importance of base. Now, 0 plus 6 will give us 6. So we'll write down 6 because it's not up to our base. We'll write down 6. 2 plus 5 is 7. So 7 is equal to our base. So what do? This is the 7 we got. Look carefully. When you add 2 plus 5, you have this 7 here. This 7. So what you do, you cannot write down 7 here. So what you have to do is to break down the 7 you have by your base. Remember, all the numbers under base 7 are 0 to 6. So we are not permitted to write anything up to our base or more than our base as our answer. So let's practice now. So this is the answer we got for adding 2 plus 5, which is 7. Then we divide by our base. When we divide by our base, 7 into 7 will give us 1, remainder 0. So we have that our final answer is 1, remainder 0. So we'll take this 0, having 1, remainder 0. So we'll take this 0, we'll write it here. Then we carry this 1. We add it up here. So we add it up here, rather, please. Here, not here. So we'll say that 4 plus 2 is 6. Plus this one here, we have 7 again. And so we cannot write down 7. We'll do exactly the same thing, which will give us 1, 0. So at this time, we'll now write 1, remainder 0, base 7. So when you add 427 base 7, 20 base 7 to 256 base 7, you're going to have 1006 base 7. So that is it on that. Let's go quickly to question number 3. Okay, this is question number 3. If you take note, watch carefully. We're asked to add 642 base 8 to 315 base 8. How do we get started? 2 plus 5 is 7, and 7 is not up to our base, so we'll write down 7. We'll write down 7. We have that 4 plus 1 is 5. 5 is not up to our base, so we'll write down 5. 6 plus 3 is 9. 9 is more than our base, so we'll write down 9. Split it down by our base. 8 into 9 will give us 1, remainder 1. So automatically we're having 1, 1. Take note. We're having what? 1, 1. 8 into 9. This is what we got for adding 6 to 3. We got 9. So we can't write 9 here because 9 is more than our base. Or remember I said, when you have a value, when you are adding or subtracting and your value is equal to or more than your base, you have to break it down. So 6 plus 3 gave us 9, and we can't write 9 here, so we have to break down 9 by our base 8. So when we break by 8, we'll have 1, remainder 1, which is this. So we're going to write down this 1 here, which is 1, remainder 1, which is this 1, and this other 1, so which is 1, remainder 1, all in base 8. So if you add this, you're going to have 1, 1, 5, 7 base 8. Now you're going to do something for us. We're going to be leaving you with some questions to practice by the end of this class. But before then, we want to touch subtraction. Okay, this is on subtraction. Now we're going to be subtracting 620. We're going to be removing 184 from 620. If you look carefully, there's no base written here. So once you see values and there is no indicated base, it means it's naturally in base 10. Take note, I said it before. If you look at our addition, we said when you look at this value, there was no base there originally. It means it's in base 10. It's kind of an imaginary base 10. So if you look down here again, if you look carefully with the values we have 620 minus 184, meaning that they are carrying a natural base here, which is imaginary base 10. So for that reason, we're going to be saying 0 minus 4 is not possible. So what do? In number base, the rule in subtraction is that anything you borrow becomes your base. Take note. I repeat, anything you borrow becomes your base. So if we borrow 1 from this 2, as soon as we borrow that one becomes 10. So 10 minus 4 will give us what? What do we have? 10 minus 4, what do we have? We have 6. What we have left here is 1. 1 minus 8 is not possible. So we have to borrow from 6. And remember, I said anything you borrow in number base becomes your base. This was what our teachers never told us in primary school. They don't tell us the reason why we borrow, and when we borrow, the value here begin to range in tens. This is the reason, because there's an imaginary base 10. Every normal number, natural number, is originally in base 10. So if we borrow 1 from here now, from 6, and remember what was it left here is 1. So when we borrow 1 from 6, automatically that one becomes our base, which is base 10. So 10 plus 1 is going to give us 11. And 11 minus 8 will give us 3. 11 minus 8 will give us 3. So what we have left here is 5. 5 minus 1 will give us 4. So we have 436, all in base 10. So they may not be indicating it. I told us, as you can see now, there's an imaginary base 10 here. So let's go to number 2 quickly. From number 2, you still understand what we are trying to say. Let's look at number 2. We have that 430 in base 8 minus 316 base 8. What do we do? 0 minus 6 is not possible, so we'll borrow 1 from these 3. And as soon as we borrow that one, it will turn to our base, which is what? 8. 8 minus 6 will give us 2. What do we have left here is 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. 4 minus 3 is 1. So we have that 430 base 8 minus 316 base 8 will give us 112 base 8. Let's quickly look at the last one here on subtraction. 1 minus 0 is 1. Take note, anytime you are adding or subtracting, once your value is not up to your base, no more than your base, you can write it down. So if you see 1 minus 0 is 1, we'll just write down 1. We didn't do any division because our answer is not equal to our base. So that is the rule. Take note. Then we have that 5 minus 2 is 3. 3 is not equal to, no more than our base, so we'll write it down. 7 minus 4 is still 3. All in base 9. So if you are enjoying what we are doing, please try to subscribe, share this video so that other persons who don't have idea on number base system can learn. Remember, number base system started from JSS 1, you meet it in JSS 3, and you meet it in XS 1, and you meet it in XS 3, even though at the higher level in higher institution. So if you have anybody related to you you want to benefit from this teaching, please share the video, like, subscribe if you like our content, so that you can get notified when there's future upload. You also follow us on Facebook. We're on Facebook. Thank you. Quickly, we want to look at multiplication. How do we address this? Look at it. 4 times 4 is 16. We cannot write 16. You know why? Because our base is in 6 and 16 is more than 6. If these values are naturally in base 10, all we ought to do is to write 6 and then carry 1. But reverse is the case. What we are going to do now is we are going to divide by 6. So 4 times 4 is 16. Take note, this is 16. Divide by your base, 6. 6 into 16 will give us, remember, 2 times 6 is 12, which is 2, remainder 4. So we'll write 4, which is our remainder, and carry 2. 4 times 1 is 4, plus this 2, which will give us 6. And so we cannot write down 6. We break down 6 by our base 6. When you break it down, 6 into 6 is 1, remainder 0. So you write down your 0, carry your main value. Remember, the first one we write down is our remainder. We carry the main value, the whole number. Then we'll say 4 times 3 is 12. 12 plus 1 is 13. So we cannot write 13 down here because 13 is more than our base. So we'll break down by our base, which is 6. 6 into 13 is 2, remainder 1. So we'll write down our remainder, then we'll bring down 2. So 2104. That is our answer there. Okay, still on multiplication, we want to multiply this. So 0 times 4 is 0. 0 is not up to our base, so we can write it down. 0 times 2 is 0, so we can write it down. It's not up to our base. 0 times 2 is also 0. 2 times 4 is 8. We can't write down 8 because it's more than our base. So we'll break down 8 by our base, which is 5. 5 into 8 is 1, remainder 3. So we'll write down our remainder, which is 3. Then we hold our whole number. 2 times 2 is 4 plus our whole number, which is 5. So we will not take note. We have 5, so we can't write down 5 here because it's equal to our base. So we'll break down 5 by 5. 5 broken down by 5 will give us 1, remainder 0. So we'll write down our remainder. Remember, it's always our remainder. We'll write 0. Then okay, take note. If you watch carefully, you will discover this where we are now. Take note. Still on it. So we have that 5 into 5. You have to have 1, remainder 0, which is this 0. So you hold your 1. 2 times 2 is 4 plus this 1 again, which will give us 5. So you write down 5 again and you work on it. It will give you 1 0. So we'll write, we're going to have 1 0. Okay, so let's add. There's our addition. 0 plus 0 is 0. 3 0 0 1, all in base 5. So it's as simple as this. It's as simple as this. So what you do for us, we're going to be giving you some questions to evaluate. Then you drop your answer in the comment section. But meanwhile, I want to look at division as an example as well, so that you can go through. Let's go to division. Okay, we want to look at division. Take note, 50 divided by 5. We know it's already 10. Hope you know that 50 divided by 5 is 10. And you cannot write 10 because 10 is bigger than our base. So what do? We divide 10 by our base 6. 6 into 10 is 1, remainder 4. So that becomes our answer. You bring down your 4. You bring down your 1. You put base 6. So we'll say that 50 base 6 divided by 50 is going to be 1, 4 base 6. Okay, another example on division is 64 base 9 divided by 4 base 9. 4 into 64. 4 into 6 is 1, remainder 2. Into 24 is 6. So we're going to be having 16. 4 times 16 will give us 64. Are you with me? And we cannot write 16. So 4 into 64 is 16. And we cannot write down 16 because it's in base 9. So what do? We break down by our base. We'll say 16 divided by 9. 9 into 16. 9 plus 9 is 18. So it's just 1, remainder 7. 1 remainder what? 7. So you write 1, remainder 7 base 9. So that's your answer. It's as simple as this. So you try to evaluate some of the questions we are going to draw for you and give us your answer in the comment section. Okay, evaluate the following and leave your answer in comment section. Just evaluate this. Use this as your practice work to know if you are with what we are doing. And then if you are pleased, if you are enjoying what we are doing, like I said, try to share so that others can get across to this and also learn. You have anybody who love mathematics or who is a mathematics phobia, get this video across to them, let them learn, and then try to subscribe to get contents like this, so you'll be notified when contents like this come up again. Thank you.